What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you, well, on a market watch today. You know, one of the craziest things about the market watch is the ability to understand the game and look at all the cards and kind of, at this point, it's almost gambling, but it's gambling with a prediction of what the prices of these cards are going to be going at the future. And the prices can vary. If you're right, you can make a lot of money in this game. And if you're wrong, well, at least you'll have a lot of nice looking cards in your binder. But before we get into any bit of that in the market watch, I just want to say, guys, make sure to go to my website, YGOPaisano.com. I have the best Field Centers tokens out there. No doubt on mine. And if you want to go ahead and get yours, get it today while it's still around. These things take forever to get to me, so I can put it on the website. Once again, YGOPaisano.com. Definitely check it out. Also, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. I'm streaming 5 days a week. Twitch TV, YGO_Paisano. So I'd greatly appreciate if you guys check me out. Once again, links for all that's going to be in the description down below. And I want to give a huge shout out to Imperium Duelist. I have a video coming out later on today, but look at this. Beautiful. The goat hat. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Once again, big shout out to Imperium Duelist. Use promo code Paisano10 to get 10% off your orders. Once again, all that's going to be in the description down below. I definitely recommend you guys check it out, and I appreciate that. All right. Let's talk about speed duel cards. Who's a big fan of speed duels? I mean, me personally, I went from loving speed duels, and then Konami said something stupid, in my opinion, of it's good for newer players. And I was pretty much like, well, Konami, kind of dumb, and you kind of just killed your format by saying it's good for new players. And then it turned around, and now speed duels, I'm kind of enjoying them again because they're starting to introduce like heroes into speed duels. And looking at some of the speed duel cards, they're not bad looking. I mean, you really can't see them here as much, but they're not as bad looking. One. Number two, there's value in speed duels. Now, the Speed Duel GX Midterm Paradox box just came out, but if you go to Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1, Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1 Documentation Girl should not be this low in value. It is rising a bit in value. Like, as you can see over here, it used to be $3, and the current price point of this card is roughly around roughly around $7 a copy. But the Speed Duel Documentation Girl is going to be worth a ton of money. Think about it. Does your locals run speed duels? Okay, yes, no. Does anyone have access to Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1? No? Well, think of it that way. Speed Duel Dark Magician Girl is a card everybody wants. Everyone wants Dark Magician Girl in general. I mean, it goes without saying. Dark Magician Girl had another printing, we'll talk about later on in this video, and everyone went crazy for her. The price spiked insanely high. And I think Speed Duel Dark Magician Girl is going to be one of those cards that everyone's going to look around after a while and go, do you have it? Do you have it? No? It's worth money, and they're gonna go crazy for it. So I highly recommend you guys to at least keep an eye out for Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1 Dark Magician Girl. And then we have Blackbeard, and the rest of the Plunder Patrol core. Now, Plunder Patrols did get a bunch of reprints relatively not too long ago. Lower rarity reprints, but reprints nonetheless. And the question is, are Plunder Patrols going to see more play? Probably. I mean, the balance didn't do nothing to them. Not that it would, but it didn't do anything to them, number one. Number two, I think what makes it so interesting is Plunder Patrols are getting support beginning of next year. So that's something also really interesting as well, to see Plunder Patrols get that support. And I do think Plunder Patrols obviously is going to be something that a lot of you players might want to consider picking up in February when the support comes out. So do you get it in February or do you get it now? That's the only question. In fact, you know what else is the question? Gold Series. Why do people buy Gold Series and hold Gold Series cards? Axel Talker at a Gold Series is now roughly around $36 for a market price of roughly around $39. Now, obviously, the Secret is insanely expensive, and Gold Rare was probably the best thing you can get. Understandable. Well, looking at Maximum Gold El Dorado Axel Talker, it is the most expensive card out of Maximum Gold. After that, IP Masquerena is roughly around $9. $9 for IP Masquerena, whereas Axel Talker is roughly around $36. Well, Axel Talker is going to be getting a reprint. And with that reprint of Axel Talker, well, to be honest with you, the most expensive card at Maximum Gold El Dorado would then be the alternate art version of IP Masquerena? Would it be Chamber Dragon Maid? Maybe it's Mystic Mine. But one thing we do know is the price of Axel Talker at a Maximum Gold El Dorado is going to be going down in value. So, there's that. Then we have Guardian Camaro. Now, this card has been going up in value. And I don't know why. I would love to know what your comments down below. It's roughly around $52, $53 for Guardian Camaro. Looking at it right now, originally its price kind of settled roughly around $35 for Guardian Camaro. Once again, I don't know what's happening with this, but it's definitely been going all over the place. And to be honest with you, it's a card that if you held branded Telements or Telements, branded Telements, or just Despias or any of that stuff, well, you probably have this card already. You probably own this card. But if you got rid of it, you might have to buy it back and double the price point. Then we have Thunderies. So I did a live stream last night on my YouTube channel, this channel, and basically someone asked me, "Hey V, I have $100. What can I do? What can I do with that for as far as like a deck core?" One of the best deck cores you could buy with roughly around $100 is Flunderies. I mean, it's insanely inexpensive. The only card that costs money is Flunderies in an adventure. You don't have Pot of Prosperities, no big deal. You can run Pot of Extravagance. Not as good, but definitely a really good substitute. So I highly recommend Flunderies overall for anybody out there. We also have Dingirsu. Now, I don't know why this card's going up in value. I have zero idea. But this card is rising in value. And looking at Dingirsu, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players find a way to either have it see play or throw it on the market. If it gets sold in the market, the price is obviously going to go down, but why is it going up in value anyway? Why is it up there? A lot of level 6s? I mean, seriously, I have no idea what's going on with Dingirsu. Oh, a lot of level 8s. I have no idea what's going on with Dingirsu, but it's definitely worth a good amount of cash. Then we have Gassy Cyclone. Now, this is really interesting. This card original print coming out of Cross Souls. The value of this card is roughly around $12 a copy for Gassy Cyclone. To be honest with you, I have zero idea why this card, is so as low as it is. We're seeing different players starting to use this card as it is an amazing out against Mystic Mine. Against Mystic Mine, Gassy Cyclone is probably one of the best outs in the game. It's also just really good for team players against a lot of decks in the game, period. Good against Flunders to get rid of their field spell with a continuous spell. Good against Mystic Mine. Good against even Sprites if they're running a variation of other cards that make them play that field spell. What's that card? That field spell card. I already forgot the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. It just got off the 3. And I want to say Trap Trick, but it's not Trap Trick. Anyway, it's that field spell card. Comment down below. Then we have El Shaddai Annoyatalis. Now this card over here is roughly around $15. Now, listen, obviously I'm biased. I'm a huge Shaddai fan. I think Shows is one of the best decks in the game. That's how I am as a Yu-Gi-Oh player. With that said, El Shaddai Annoyatalis should not be this cheap. It did get reprinted, I 100%, as a common in Structure Deck Shaddai Showdown. But Annoyatalis being this cheap is kind of crazy, to be honest with you. I think it's a good opportunity for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players to finish their Shaddai core if you want to go ahead and pick it up. Once again, Annoyatalis should definitely not be this cheap whatsoever. Then we have Mistaken Arrest. Now, this card came out of Clash of Rebellion's original print. This card right now is roughly around $9. I think this is an excellent sided card. Don't get me wrong, I think Draw and Lockbird's really good, but I think Mistaken Arrest is even better as it helps you kind of maintain a more slower game state. We're in a slow game state already. We're in about a mid-range game state for Yu-Gi-Oh! Overall, but Mistaken Arrest helps maintain that mid-range game state even better, and I kind of like that. So it's definitely a good card. Out of Clash of Rebellions, this is the original print. It is $9. And if you look at the other versions of the card, gold's 36 cents. Maximum gold rare, about 45 cents. The field spell was Trickster Light Stage. That's what it was. Trickster Light Stage. Good to get rid of if you're using Gassy Cyclone as well. Alright, then we have Exo Sisters. Exo players, what's going on? I mean, what's going on? It's absolutely insane. Like, Exo players, I have not seen you guys do much. I mean, seriously, Tatum players are happy, Sprite players are happy, Extra players. You should make those players unhappy. Now, yes, maybe Sprites might be a little bit harder, but then again, they lost Toad, the consistency of Toad. But looking at Telements, as they probably are the most dominant deck in the game, Extra players should be walking around like in a Michael Myers movie, just murking people left and right, and then teleporting to the next victim. But somehow, Telement players are cocky. Extra players, you better shut those Telement players up. That's what you need to be doing. Then we have Soul of Fate. Oh, by the way, so we're going to talk about prices because they're relatively inexpensive. I mean, Martha's roughly around $13. Packs, which used to be $20, is roughly around $11. It's relatively expensive. Macallis is 7s. Exorcism, value-wise, is probably roughly around $150, but it's still a lot of, like, there's still a lot of juice right there. And I think this deck core is a really good deck core for now for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that do have a locals filled with Team players. If a lot of people play tier at your locals, go in with Exorcism players, and you will literally be there, Michael Myers, Jason, Voorhees, what have you. Spellbook of Fate went up in value, obviously, because it's hard to get. It came out at Abyss Rising. It came out also as an Ultimate Rare at Abyss Rising. And to be honest with you, Spellbook of Fate, even though it's so much money, is it really worth it being this much? Well, not really. Spellbook of Judgment coming off the bans, for me, came a little bit too late. I don't think it's going to do much in the game. I know a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are like V, there's Spellbook Runic, and there's like a little hybrid of that, and that's cool and all, but I think Spellbook Runics are better within other things like Sprites and Telements. With that said, Spellbook of Fate went up in value. I mean, once again, it came out of Abyss Rising, so makes sense. If I was you, I would get rid of these cards. They will be going back down in value, in my opinion. So Lost Art cards are kind of all over the place. I mean, Super Rejuvenation, which not too long ago was roughly around $5, is roughly around $3. Trying to hit the $4, but roughly around $3 for Super Rejuvenation. So here's the thing. Is Super Rejuvenation going to see play? I don't really know, to be honest with you. But one thing I do know, the Lost Art cards' values are all over the place. Lulz to anybody who bought Dark Magician Girl. Well, which one? 2020, 2021. They both, one cheaper than the other, but it's the same card, same artwork. I think Lost Art promotions are really cool. But once again, the amount of things you have to go through to get them. We talked the other day, some OTS stores aren't too faithful. Some are. God bless those who are. But there are some that aren't faithful, and we got to deal with a lot of this crap, unfortunately. I will say, though, Lost Art cards, I wouldn't be surprised if the value of a majority of these go down in value. With very few having sporadic, high numbers. But the rest of them I do see going down in value. We can see this by looking at Cyber Angel Ben 10. I mean, this card was $20. Is it still $20? I know we went up in value. It's still holding that $20 mark? No, it's not. Of course not. It's $10. Gets reprinted, goes to $20. I'm sorry. Comes off the balance at $3, goes to $20, and now the price point is roughly around $10. $10 for Cyber Angel Ben 10. Once again, Lost Art cards will lose value because there's a hidden market behind anything. That's why you never go in to buy the hype. Always go in when everything's said and done, because then we'll see who really has this, who really is competing against each other, and who's trying to get your money as fast as possible. That's what it is in the case of Lost Art cards. Who's trying to get your money? You can spend $30 to get one Ben 10, allegedly, at an OTS store, or spend $30, get your 3 Ben 10, call it a day, without wondering if that OTS store is selling those Ben 10s behind your back and telling you they don't have any available for sale. It is what it is. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's kind of just the game we're in right now as far as secondary market within Lost Art promotions. Comment down below, let me know if your store does that, or if your store is faithful. If your store is faithful, it's a good store. Store you should want to support. Once again, I want to give a huge shout out to Imperium Duelist. I have a video coming up soon talking about the stuff they hooked me up with. Absolutely amazing. Huge shout out to those guys. Make sure to check my website out, YGOPaisano.com. And definitely check me out on Twitch. Once again, on Twitch, Twitch TV, YGO_Paisano. I'm going to be streaming later on today. And I would love if you guys come over, hang out, hit the follow button, and join in. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos have a great day.